longest family visit ever. Hey everybody, how's it going? I am the Survivor Dude, and it's time to talk about episode 10 of Survivor, where we are going to be talking about the family visit for half of this, and then we'll talk about the amazing episode at the end. No, not really, but it is crazy how much time was spent on the family visit this episode. There was no time previously back at camp where people were discussing things. There was no time afterwards. It was just game on right after, because there was no time left. Now, I want to say that part of me is kind of a little bit against this because everyone got their family visit. I was like, I don't know, I haven't watched yet, but I'm pretty sure Rob Cesternino probably hated this because he's always like, no, make them earn it, make them backstab each other for it. But part of me is actually a little okay with it because these guys, these men and women, have given us so many great Survivor memories over the years, and to see all of them get their family visit was actually kind of nice. You know, it was nice to see everyone get their moment, everyone get a little bit of love, and nobody expecting it to come in this early. Oh my gosh, I finally get to see what Tony's wife looks like. Tony, we kept on missing her because she couldn't go on the first family visit, and then she couldn't come to the reunion. I was like, yeah, you have a wife, Tony. Yeah. But no, finally get to see her and everything. That was, Tony's such an emotional guy. He nearly crashed to the ground. His was probably the highlight for me. I do like how they set up a challenge there just for everyone to think that there is a challenge, and then they didn't even use it. Didn't even use that challenge in the next challenge either. It's probably going to be coming down the line, but it was just amusing to me that they just did that to troll them. If that challenge doesn't show up, if it was only there to troll people, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be hilarious? But enough about the family visit, because really that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the gameplay, and I would like to say, I called it. We saw Jeremy trying to come after Sophie and Sarah, just like I said he would, and he was coming after him, and he tried to rely on Tony to help that happen, and Tony was not feeling it. Although, before we get into that, I want to give Tony a hand. Tony won immunity. Holy crap, who thought that was going to happen unless they did the mud challenge again? I mean, this is the first time Tony's ever won immunity, and it was with, as he said, a challenge that you just have to have patience for, and that's not my style, yo. Anyways, Tony was so entertaining this whole episode, but I think that Jeremy underestimated how close he and Sarah was, and I'm surprised nobody's really targeting them as a duo, but right now I think Sarah is cuddling up with Sophie, and I think they need to because that group needs each other. But it's going to be interesting what happens next week because everybody uses their advantage. Now, first, I was going to say that as soon as Jeremy left, Sarah probably shouldn't have used her advantage. But then when I saw how they did the votes, it actually makes sense. Because, let's put it this way, Sarah, Sophie, Nick, Tony, and Ben, they were all together, and they were going to vote, and then you were going to have Kim, Tyson, Denise, and Michelle vote on this end. Now, by taking one vote away from Denise, that allows them to split the votes 2 to 3. And because of that, they win no matter what. You know, if they use the... Well... Wait. No, wait. Yeah. Huh. Why did they split the votes? Because, yeah, we had Kim, Tyson, and Michelle. Maybe they thought Michelle was more with them. Maybe that was it. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Michelle was pretty close to her. Okay. Yeah, thinking about it in that way, I guess they didn't need to. I mean, maybe they... Yeah, because... Oh, But Sarah also has her extra vote, right? Okay, now I get it. Because so now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 split between these three. Okay, now it makes sense. I guess they must have messed it up then, because I only saw 2 Denise. No, I guess there probably was a third Denise vote, but since the other 2 previous ones didn't count, they just didn't read it. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, we're good now. I understand the whole plan. It took me a sec to get there, but I got the whole plan in the pocket. So, but that makes sense. If you're gonna split the votes because Sophie knows that Kim has an idol and it possibly could be played, that's the safest move. It's a little complicated, but it's the safest move. And I like how even Tony, when they were, I think it was Tony, maybe it was Sophie actually, one of them, when they were walking away from Trump and Council, was like, okay, so we're all putting our votes on the same person. Just to signal to them, okay, you have a chance here. But Kim loses her idol. Then Jeremy leaves tribal council. I was worried that he wasn't going to. I was really worried that he wasn't going to use that. Sophie hangs on to her idol, but I guess with her plan, she was pretty confident that she was gonna work it. Tyson is the one that ends up going home, and that is super tragic because we all love Tyson. He's one of the best. It seems like whenever you get a crazy tribal council like this, it's like it has to be Tyson. But it was the smarter move, I guess. It was. Okay, if you're taking out Denise or Tyson, you're going to go for Tyson. It was definitely the smarter play. Man, Kim and Kim got kind of played by, I would say, Sophie. Yeah, Sophie. Although Tony did a big job in arranging this too, but I think that new 5 is going to be a little solid for a little bit. Well, I don't know, because they showed Tony going crazy in the next episode. But I wonder, because every time we've seen Tony and Sarah together, it kind of takes the side of Tony in those situations. And you might be like, dude, and it can't take a side. It kind of does, though. It shows one in a positive light. Like with Sarah's move with Nick, when she gave him her spot of the reward, which apparently she said a tweet about that she doesn't, it wasn't like selfless or strategical, she's just allergic to Chinese food, which I guess makes more sense, which I don't know why they didn't show that in the episode, but I kind of get why. Anyways, Sarah, in that scene they showed Tony in a positive light and Sarah not. This might cause a gap between those two because I think Tony wanted to work with Jeremy and he wants to work with Sarah and Sophie, but I think that Sarah-Sophie team might be a little bit too powerful against him because I don't think he's their third in that. I don't know. I would guess Ben would be their third in that regard, but maybe even Michelle if things get real hairy. But I don't know. It's a little crazy. I think that Jeremy is right. They need to split up that duo. That's a very powerful duo right now. They both have a lot of power. Well, Sophie right now is the only one with any advantage left. Yeah? Yeah, Kim's used hers. Jeremy used his. Sophie is the only one that has an idol left. Maybe the manicness that we see Tony going into is he's now getting this idol fever back, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go look. I'm just gonna go look. Okay, so yeah, that was basically it. I guess like Jeremy using his idol or his safety without power thing. I actually didn't think he would. I think he would have once if Sarah used her advantage. First, if she used the steal a vote, he would have definitely used it. That was actually a very funny thing. Like, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. You go first. Are you good? I'm good, Jeff. Jeremy, you good? Nope. I love Jeremy so much. He's such a great guy. But I love how he just said, peace, I'm out. And I think if Sarah used her steal a vote advantage, he would have used that anyway. But I guess he didn't. He used it. But that's like the first time we've ever had someone both say Jeff at the same time before the votes are read. So yeah, I guess, hey, advantage. We at least have a lot of advantages off the table. Now we just have some fire tokens that we're definitely going to be seeing an advantage coming in next episode. Let's see. Tony has 3 fire tokens now. Oh, I just love how Tyson just flipped off the fire tokens as he walked by. That was great. That's kind of how we all kind of felt more about the edge than the fire tokens. I actually think the fire tokens are okay. But moving into Edge of Extinction, nothing really happened there. It's kind of pointless, except everyone has their loved ones. Although, I was like, come on, give me a confessional by John Fincher, alright? The guy, I know he didn't play the best in Samoa or whatever. Jeff called him a poser. But he married Parvati. He's a former Survivor player. Give the guy at least a little bit of spotlight. You know, give him one confessional, like, oh yeah, so glad I married Parvati. She's great. She's so out of my league. Something like that. I don't know. I love how Jeff kept on encouraging Rachel to get in there and whatnot. Yeah, it was there was let's see, how many former Survivor players came on this? We got Val. We had John Fincher. We had Rachel. And Nadia. Yeah, I guess that's it. I think, unless I'm forgetting anyone. Maybe a future Survivor player, one of Robin Amber's daughters. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Crazy tribal council. I really wish we had more to dive in with them. I mean, that family visit went on very long, and I don't think it needed it. And Jeff had so many questions of, like, alien Jeff. Like, what's it like to feel these feelings? How does it feel to see your mother or your sister, whoever they are, love you back? How crazy is it that you have a wife? You know, it's like he had 1 million of them to go, so he didn't. I think he could have asked the same thing. What's it feel right now? What are you feeling? How does it feel to have your family here? You could have just said the same thing every time and not come across like someone's trying to understand human emotion. But anyway, I know they wouldn't do that. It wouldn't have been creative enough. Yeah, for predictions for next week, it's in an interesting spot being 9, because that means one person, ergo maybe Tony, could hold the power in determining which alliance moves forward. But then again, Tony, let's say for example, Tony uses Kim, Jeremy, and Denise and flips over to them, and then they have the power and votes out somebody on that side. He could then flip back. I don't know, though. I don't think the pendulum strategy would work too well here. And I think if Tony starts doing any of his hijacking tribal council stuff, he's going to get targeted pretty distinctly. Because I think there's tiny relationships within those groups with each other. I think that although Sarah's coming after Kim pretty hard, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where this all turns out. I don't know where the vote's going to go. Like, I think this show is setting up that it's going to be Tony, but I don't think it is. I think it could be Sarah. But I would say most likely it's going to be Jeremy. And I hate to say that because he's one of my winner picks. But Jeremy is such a big target. He doesn't have the protection that he used to. He's vulnerable now. I don't think I have enough to split the votes, but he's, you know, it's a little crazy. It's a little unnerving. But those sides are now going to war, and who knows where the winner's going to end up on. I still think Jeremy and Sophie are going to be targeting each other. Maybe it goes on Sarah. I don't know. It's all up to Tony, really. I think he really is the one in the middle. I kind of love that. but I kind of feel like we could get a let's just vote out Tony episode, and I don't want that. The guy just won his first immunity, okay? Let him have this. Although, how much farther can Tony go? Can he go to the end? It's possible, right? Tony is so crazy, but nobody thought he could do this in the beginning, but now I'm thinking it's possible he could, but I don't know. I think he might get tripped up. I don't know if he has a strong alliance that he needs to pull it off, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I am Laser Dude. Bye. No, I'm the Survivor Dude. Man, I gotta get that straight. But if you want to check out my Laser Dude channel to see movies and comic book reviews and stuff like that, you can. But anyway, I'm the Survivor Dude saying so long.